AI companies are physically destroying millions of books, and it's not what you think. They're literally shredding them to train the next generation of language models. Here's what's happening. Companies like Anthropic and Google need massive amounts of text data to train their AI models. Digital books are easy. They just scrape the internet. But there are millions of physical books that were never digitized. Books from the 70s, 80s, 90s that contain unique writing styles, technical knowledge, and cultural context you can't find anywhere online. To get that data, they're buying books in bulk from liquidation warehouses, university libraries offloading old stock, and even estate sales. Then they run them through industrial scanners that physically tear the pages apart to scan them faster. The books are destroyed in the process. Once scanned, the text gets fed into training datasets while the shredded paper goes to recycling. Why go through all this trouble? Because language models learn from patterns in text, and the more diverse the training data, the better the AI performs. Digital text from the internet is huge, but it's biased toward recent content, informal writing, and whatever was popular enough to scan. Physical books contain academic papers, technical manuals, literary fiction, and niche publications that shape how humans actually write and think across decades. These aren't just random novels. We're talking about medical textbooks from before the internet, engineering manuals, regional history books, poetry collections, anything that adds linguistic variety. The companies argue this makes their models more capable, more accurate, and better at understanding context across different domains and time periods. Now here's where the ethics get messy. Most of these books are still under copyright. The authors or their estates never consented to have their work used for AI training, and they're not getting paid. AI companies claim this falls under fair use because they're not republishing the books, just extracting patterns from the language. But authors and publishers are pushing back hard. Multiple lawsuits are already in motion, arguing that training AI on copyrighted work is theft, even if the original text isn't directly reproduced. The courts haven't settled this yet, and the outcome will define how AI development works for the next decade. Meanwhile, the shredding continues, because there's no law stopping it right now. There's also a darker angle. Once a book is scanned and shredded, the physical copy is gone forever. Some of these books are rare or out of print, and destroying them means losing a piece of cultural history. Librarians and archivists are sounding the alarm because AI companies aren't preserving copies. They're just extracting data and moving on. If the digital scan gets corrupted or lost, that book is just gone. And because this is happening at scale, we're talking about tens of thousands of unique editions disappearing without a proper record. The AI gets smarter, but our collective library gets smaller. So AI companies aren't just training on the internet, they're literally consuming physical history to build smarter models. Whether that's innovation or destruction depends on who wins in court. If this changed how you see AI training, hit like and subscribe for more stories the tech world doesn't want you looking too closely at.